test this thing out a few times. Alrighty, well, we're live.
Alright.
Awesome. Welcome in to the live stream. I'm Jackson Ogden, joined by Zach Gunter, and we are just moments away from the tip-off of a really exciting matchup, the Bellevue Bruins taking on the UMKC Roos here in Kansas City. Zach, good to be alongside you. What are you kind of looking forward to in this matchup between these two schools that don't meet too often?
Well, actually, I don't think they've ever met at all.
Yeah.
What I'm looking forward to is hopefully this match. On paper, it should be a win.
Right.
As we all know, there's a reason these games happen.
Right. Yeah, and the Roos could really use a win here tonight. 3-7 on the young season. They've not been home since November the 18th. A pretty long road stretch for them, but now they're going to get some home games. They've taken some tough losses to some pretty good schools such as K-State and Grand Canyon, but here they have an opportunity back home, pick up a win, and just get in the win column. It's been a while. They were able to pick up a win on the 29th of November at Bradley, but so far, kind of been tough sledding for the Roos a year after they were very, very good, won 21 games a year ago.
Coming up after this game, we start the Roos start their Summit League going up against South Dakota.
Yeah, both of those games will be on the road as well, so the road stretch kind of continues for the women's basketball team here. But that just means, down the stretch, January and February, you're going to have a lot more home games. And that's kind of what teams like. They like to be at home, in that crucial time of the season. The Roos have been battle-tested heading into conference. This will be their final non-conference game. So, an opportunity to get better here tonight, opportunity to get into the win column for Coach Jackson Durrett in her first season. Really trying to turn this thing around from a slow start. Put your mic closer to your mouth. Yeah, absolutely, and looking at some of the key players in this game, who's a player that you're looking for on Bellevue tonight? Somebody that really jumps off the page when you're doing your prep for tonight's game.
Well, that I know all
Well, I'll say this, doing my research on the team, they've got a lot of seniors, a lot of sophomores, 0 juniors. A very rare thing in college sports not to have an entire class, but they really just do not have a junior on the roster, and that kind of goes back to the transfer portal in college sports these days. You might recruit those guys, they might, those girls in this case, and they might end up transferring to other schools, so it's kind of interesting. They've got a pretty loaded senior class, pretty loaded sophomore class, a couple of freshmen, no juniors on this roster, but one of those seniors to look after is Faith Ross, averaging 11 points a game this season with 5 boards, 2.3 assists. She's been very good in her role so far this year. Yeah, no, they've got some shooters on this team. Even some shooters that are still kind of developing, such as Grace Graham, who doesn't see the floor all too often, normally doesn't start, but when she does get on the floor, a big body that can also stretch and shoot, a big deal for that. But we're actually about to hit straight into the national anthem. We're going to take a break for that, and we'll be right back after the playing of our national anthem. All right, so Christian's saying he can't hear you.
Interesting.
I don't know. I thought maybe it's because your mic wasn't close enough.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Swinny, the home of the Roos. Tonight's matchup features the Bellevue Bruins and Kansas City's college team, your Kansas City Roos. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And now, let's meet our starters for tonight's matchup. First, our guests from Bellevue. Starting line number 058, senior guard, Asa Scott. Number 20, 5'11", sophomore guard, Aspen Arnold. Number 21, 5'10", graduate forward, Laura Jurek. Number 22, 5'11", senior guard, Faith Ross. And number 33, 5'8", graduate guard, Miranda Hennings. W is led by head coach Dave Denley and assisted by James Bedford, your Bellevue Bruins.
I think we should go down. We're going to go back on after they introduce the players.
When you represent a city that grinds, it's only right that we do too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce exhibits.
Alrighty, and we're back from the national anthem now, going into player introductions. Some Roos getting introduced here. Any final thoughts before we get this one tipped off, Zach?
Go Roos.
It'll be an interesting game. Roos got an interesting mix of height and shooting. It's going to be interesting to see how they do against a Bellevue team that actually, on their roster, only has one center listed. So you kind of think, do they play small ball? How do they really go about that? Got a lot of guards, but only one center listed. You don't really see that very often in basketball. Waiting the final moments before we get sipped. Thank you to everybody tuning in, spending your Thursday night with us. And we are just about underway. Starting for the Bruins tonight, Laura Jerick will start alongside Ashton Arnold, be accompanied by Miranda Hennings. Faith Ross will also be there, and then Asha Scott. And the tip goes to the Roos, and Samaya St. Andre will take it up the court. Dumps it inside, looking to get something going. Samaya looking towards the sideline, looking to see if there's a play drawn up. Doesn't seem like anything's going here. 10 on the shot clock.
Maybe a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, 10 on the shot clock. Driving in, hook shot is no good. Rebound goes to the Bruins, and the Roos will start their night off with a miss. Here's a three-point shot from the Bruins. It's off the mark. Hustle for the rebound.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, nearly did save that. A good attempt there, running after the ball, but just wasn't able to quite get in there in time to be able to save that. That was Arnold attempting to make the save, but the Roos will take the ball, and both sides come up empty on their opening possessions. And they're going to call an off-ball foul here on the Bruins. And that's on Faith Ross, an off-ball foul. Roos will inbound at the baseline. Elise looks to shoot, didn't quite get the look she wanted, gives it off to her point guard, Andre, who shoots and not able to quite get that rebound, goes to the Bruins, and they're pushing in fast break. Pass down low, beautiful find, but the layup was just missed. That was Faith Ross on the miss. Roos are coming back the other way. Andre, a jumper, it's good. Sinai St. Andre gets the scoring going for the Roos here tonight. Bruins had a really good look on that last possession, but were unable to do anything with it. Pass down low here. Here's a drive, and a floater is good by Ashton Arnold.
A little bit of a slow start for both teams, followed up by 2 consecutive shots.
Yeah, and 2 good looks, right? They were able to get inside looks, kind of uncontested, and they were able to get in the paint and get some good looks, or just outside the paint for that instance. And they are going to call a travel on the Roos there, as Tamia Ugas walked with the ball. 2-2 here, 8:10 to go in the opening quarter. We're just getting started here in Kansas City. Roos going to press a little bit on the inbound, but the Bruins have no problem getting that in. Danny Winslow attempts to get a steal, not able to quite. Here comes a drive, and they're going to call a jump ball. A jump ball. That was Ashton Arnold who went up for the layup. Was denied, and they kind of got in a standstill with the ball. Possession will stay with the Bruins here. 16 on the shot clock. Get the ball inbounded. Pass down low, and that's going to be a turnover. Wasn't able to quite get that down there. Was trying to find Faith Ross in the paint, but ultimately out of bounds. Roos will take possession. And here comes the Bruins in a fast break, and a foul by the Roos. It's going to be a non-shooting foul. Should be an inbound for the Bruins. It's one of those where, in basketball they have the clear path foul. They're, kind of what happened there for the Bruins, but nonetheless, they'll inbound the ball. Looking around, they really haven't gotten many good looks. They have 2 turnovers early in this game.
Both teams are starting off a little slow.
Yeah, offensively, this has been a little bit sloppy to begin. 10 on the shot clock here. Here comes a nice drive. Puts it up, and it is blocked. Nice team block by the Roos. And they're coming the other way. It's Sinai St. Andre. Feeds down low. Good look, but they'll take it out. Elise Stafford at the top of the key, looking to get something going here early. She'll feed it to her big down low. And that
out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds. I believe possession is going to stay with Kansas City. It was tipped. Got a good look to Jocelyn Ewell down there, but she was not able to hoist the shot up. So St. Andre will inbound from the baseline, 16 on the shot clock, gets it into Danny Winslow. She's dribbling around. She floats one up, not able to quite get that to fall. Back the other way come the Bruins, and they're pushing. Sinai St. Andre nearly stole that one, tips it out of bounds. It'll be an inbound for the Bruins. A lot of aggressive defense being played here early in this game. Get it inbounded here. Cross-court pass, a three is hoisted up, and it is good. Heck of a play. Miranda Hennings, the graduate student, is able to knock that one down. Really beautiful assist there. Here come the Roos. Jumper from St. Andre, rims in. She's got all 4 Roos points at this point. Here's a pass down the floor. Roos were sleeping a little bit, but they're able to recover just in time. Here's a jumper.
It was just not quick enough to get that ball in.
Absolutely. Because Arnold was down in the paint waiting, looking for a cherry pick. Here's Stafford for 3, just off the mark. Tipped around, stays alive a little bit, but it'll go to the Bruins out of bounds. Good effort from the Roos there to keep that in bounds, just not quite able to. And here comes the Bruins. They lead 5-4 here early. The driving attempt put up and blocked by Ewell, excuse me. And that will stay with the Bruins. It falls out of bounds. We've got a lot of substitutions coming in. We've got 3 new Bruins coming into the game. Shelby Little is one of those Bruins that's coming into the game, and you've got to look out for Shelby Little, the sophomore. While she might only be a sophomore, she's shooting 50% from the field this year. Bruins get it in. Looking to make something happen. They've already hit a 3-point shot. Looks like they're trying to get another good look from down there. 7 on the shot clock. The drive.
Faith Ross bounces it off the board.
Rebound by Kansas City. And here come the Roos down the court, trying to get some offense going here. It's been slow start for most of them. St. Andre with the 2 buckets for the Roos. A little bit of motion here. Drive and a foul that'll send her to the charity stripe. That is Ravon Nero. Headed to the line. So Ravon Nero is going to get some free throws here, try and put the Roos up. First one is good. We're tied up at 5 here.
Now, Ravon Nero has been shooting 8-3-3 from the line this season and just hit both of the ones he had there.
It's a big deal for the Roos free throw shooting when the offense is struggling. Can you hit from the stripe? Here's a 3 by the Bruins. It is good. That is Faith Ross with the 3. Net kind of got tangled up there, so they're going to get that sorted out. But 2 threes for the Bruins early. Kansas City's got to do a better job defending downtown.
It was a pretty good shot from Faith Ross right there. Assisted by Taylor Dement.
So here come the Roos down the court, swinging the ball around. Elise Stafford gets in the paint and puts up a jumper. It is good. Elise Stafford. But then immediately after making the jumper, a little too aggressive in the press, fouls. And we are headed to a media timeout. So Zach, 8-8 here. Both teams have had their offensive struggles, but picking it up a little bit as of late.
Yeah, I can't help but focus on just how sloppy it was in the first couple minutes. Because while the Roos have had their struggles over the season, it should not be this way right now.
Yeah, and I mean, look, sloppy offense has been a problem for the Roos this season.
So the Bruins will inbound here.
Going down the court is number 20, Ashton Arnold. Not quite sure what happened there.
Roos are coming back the other way. A dangerous pass to the corner is able to be reeled in. A lot of motion here by the Roos running around. Andre puts up a floater just off the front rim, and the Bruins will take it the other way.
Snatched away.
Yeah, good steal there. Stafford coming the other way, and she's going to slow it down. The Roos did not have numbers there. Here's a feed inside. They double, and a nice backdoor find to Ewell. And that's great teamwork there. That's great passing. That's being familiar with your team, knowing where somebody is going to be without having to look. So the Roos lead 10-8. Bruins with the ball trying to respond.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the Roos' first lead of the game.
I believe you are correct. And we got a jump ball on the floor here. Possession will go to Kansas City this time. Swarming defense from the Roos. And you know, Zach, in games where your offense might start off struggling, you got to rely on that type of defense.
Yes, you do.
Here comes Kansas City down the floor. They're going to try and extend their lead here. Get the offense going. It's looked better as of late. Here's a offensive foul. I was waiting to see the call. I wasn't sure if they were going to call a travel or offensive foul, but it's on Ravon Nero. So the Bruins will take possession. Another sloppy offensive trip down the floor for the Roos. And wasting no time driving down the floor was Arnold, but she's not able to put it through, and the Roos come back the other way, trying to get something quick here. Stafford with a pump fake out from three. She drives and puts in a layup. Elise Stafford has a nice start to this game. Roos lead by 4. Deep three, well off the mark from the Bruins. That was just not a great shot look. That was just not a great look. That's not something you want to force in that situation, but the Roos will take it. Stafford's going to try a three. She's on a heater. At least Stafford. 7 early points here. Roos struggle to get back defensively, but the Bruins are unable to take advantage, and back comes Kansas City.
It was an absolutely beautiful three.
Stafford really got the sweet stroke going here early, and the Roos have extended their lead to 7. Oh, here's a step back three off the mark from Nero. Roos get the ball back, offensive rebound. Fight for the ball.
Another offensive rebound.
A lot going on here. Stafford tries another three, just off the mark. Nero gets the offensive rebound, tries to put it back up, but is fouled. A lot going on there, Zach.
Not quite sure I can comprehend everything that just happened in that corner, but
a lot of offensive rebounds. That's a good way to summarize it. A lot of misses and a lot of offensive rebounds. Goes back to some of our pregame discussion. Only one center listed on the Bruins roster. You kind of feel as if they're small. First free throw is good by Nero. Roos with a game best 8-point advantage here with 1:55 to go in the opening period. Second free throw is good. Roos are perfect from the free throw stripe so far tonight.
Held ball called. Held ball possession. Bruins.
Held ball was called. Possession will stay with the Bruins, and kind of a full court press here out of Kansas City, but they back off.
Almost stolen.
And then a jumper is off the mark. Nice rebound and a great job saving that was Zaire Harrell. She did an outstanding job grabbing that, boxing out, and then not allowing herself to fall out of bounds. Stafford's going to try a fadeaway. Oh, my goodness. I mean, someone call the fire department because she is not cooling down anytime soon. That's 9 first quarter points for her.
And for an offense that's been struggling this season, that is what is needed in a game like this.
Outside of that media timeout, this has been a breath of fresh air. An 11-0 run out of that media timeout by the Roos. Exactly what they needed. And to your point, you're saying this is D1 versus NAIA. They're starting to make it look like that. Bruins will inbound here, desperately needing to get some offense going. Suffocating defense from Kansas City, though, making things difficult. Here's a three-point shot up and just off the mark. Rebound goes to Ewell, and the Roos take it the other way. Less than a minute to go in the period. Stafford driving. She's going to test her luck again. This time, not able to hit the jumper. Rebound goes to the Bruins. Driving down the floor, puts up a floater. No good. Rebound by the Roos. They've dominated the glass. That was Micaiah Mullins, excuse me, with the rebound. And the Roos are going to hold for not the last shot, but there's a 5-second differential between shot and game clock. We're at 20 seconds. Three-point shot in the corner, just off. Rebound goes to the Bruins. They've got a fast break shot. And a travel, wow. Looked like a great ball fake there from the Bruins. That was Amina Hall. Looked like she had gotten Stafford with a pump fake, but not able to keep her her pivot foot. And travels. Now 9.9 seconds. The Roos need to push this. They're running a little nonchalant. Got 5 in the period. Looking for anything. Stafford gets a shot up at the buzzer and just
barely missed.
Just short, but that'll conclude the first quarter. Roos finish on an 11-0 run, take a 19-8 lead into the second period. Zach, after a very slow start offensively for the Roos, they've gotten it going. What, in your opinion, has been the leading factor in that?
Well, the rebounds. It's currently 14-8 in favor of the Roos on rebounds, and on what seems like every missed shot by Bellevue, it goes back to the Roos.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the offensive rebounds. I mean, Kansas City has done a fantastic job at that.
It throws me off a little bit. It looks like they're counting some of those offensive rebounds that happened over in the offensive corner as defensive rebounds, which not quite sure, but
there was one possession where the Roos got at least 3 shot opportunities.
All right, fans, we know you're in the holiday spirit. And bring the Roos here. Now get ready, because we want to see you showing your best Roo up on the bench.
Now, one of the things that we saw in that first quarter was the just the missed opportunities by the Roos. And that's shown in the fact that they are only 7 for 17 from the field.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, both teams had a very similar start. Couldn't hit shots, sloppy turnovers. It literally felt like it was copy and paste each time down the floor. But out of the media timeout, give the Roos coaching staff and Coach Jackson direct credit, because you could see an immediate change in pace, you could see an immediate change in shot quality, and you could also see on the defensive side of things for the Roos, they were very intense, up in the Bruins' face when they got the ball. It just felt like 2 different teams from prior to the media timeout to after the media timeout.
Absolutely, and that all goes to coaching.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it felt like they came out flat. You were saying it, offensively was not cutting it. And, you know, if you're the Bruins, what do you got to do now? You had this game at a good spot. You were 8-8. You know you're a heavy underdog in this game. You let them go on an 11-0 run to end the period. How do you come out in the second quarter and get back in this thing?
How they come out is, I mean, they're probably going to have to start playing angry here soon. They've got to start playing aggressive if they want to get back into this. But, of course, UMKC is going to come out just as strong. Here we go, starting the second period.
And it'll start with the Roos in possession, so they have an opportunity early to extend the lead. Ava Murphy seeing the floor. Rare appearance from her early in a game. sophomore.
Sophomore out of, I believe, Liberty, Missouri.
Exactly right. She went to the same school I did. And she steps out of bounds there. So it'll go to the Bruins. First possession of the quarter is a turnover for the Roos. You mentioned she's out of Liberty. That's exactly where I went to high school. I got to see her a few times play basketball there. She's obviously a few grades below me. Didn't get to see her a ton, but, you know. And there's a three-point shot by the Bruins. Hall is able to drill it, and that's exactly what they needed coming into this period.
Absolutely. Like I was saying, they got to start playing aggressive, and that's exactly what they did there. They took the chance they got, and they got it.
Here's a driving floater, no good. Offensively rebounded, put back up and in by Tamia Ugas. A big offensive rebound. We talked about it at the conclusion of the previous period. The rebounds have been heavily favoring the Roos. It's a nice backdoor cut by the Bruins, but doubled in the paint, has nowhere to go, and it's going to Kansas City. A turnover by the Bruins there.
Back in the Bruins, number 20, Sinai St. Andre.
We've got a couple of subs here. Sinai St. Andre is coming back into the game, as well as her rebound machine, Danny Winslow.
Winslow's going to inbound it.
21-11, Roos with a 10-point edge. 8:40 to go in the second quarter. Feed down low. Shot is no good by Ugas, but the second shot she is fouled on. Is able to get another offensive rebound. We talk about it.
They just keep coming.
And it goes to the fact that really the Bruins don't have the size. It just comes down to the simple fact of that. Sometimes you just don't have the size to compete. Roos inbounded here. Nice passing around the wing. Andre's shot just off the mark, and the Bruins get a rebound they desperately needed.
Now you keep going back to size, and just to put that into perspective, the Roos have 6 players 6 feet or taller, whereas the Bruins only have 2.
And it shows again there, a shot missed in the paint by the Bruins, and the Roos come back the other way.
Swiped out.
Careless turnover. You know that's not going to make Coach Durrett happy, because that's kind of what happened to begin the game. So the Bruins, can they take advantage of a somewhat slow start to the quarter for the Roos? Dangerous inbound pass. Arnold has it. Ooh, diving
Almost
attempt for the
steal.
ball by Andre. She misses. And offensively rebounded by the Bruins. So there's a change. Haven't seen that a ton tonight. That was Laura Jurek. Gets the board and puts it in. Cuts the lead back to single digits. On the other side, St. Andre hits a jumper.
6 points for her on the night.
Andre and Stafford really been putting up a good shooting performance tonight. Oh, nice backdoor find. Layup is good. That was a beautiful, beautiful pass.
This is starting to become a little bit of a slugfest.
Hennings on the finish. Not much more beautiful in the game of basketball than a nice backdoor cut. It's just so visually pleasing to watch. Roos kicking it around. Andre's going to try another three. She hits this one. And to your point, Zach, this game is getting very high-paced. Roos are pressing every possession. A lot of scoring. Pass down low, and the finish by Hennings. And let's see here. We've got stoppage. I'm not completely sure. Oh, St. Andre was limping a little bit, so they're going to let her get off the court.
Well, that's really not good for the Roos.
A very, very unfortunate injury right there. Hopefully not too serious. She's sitting on the end of the bench right now, nursing that a little bit. We'll see how that progresses, and we'll update you on that. Roos with the ball, up 26-17. Looking around the wing, looking around. Here's a three-point shot just off the mark by Nero. And back the other way comes the Bruins, and a foul, shooting foul in the paint. The Roos did a poor job of getting back that time. Shelby Little is going to head to the charity stripe for the Bruins. Checking into the game for the Roos, Elise Stafford and Jocelyn Ewell.
Number 11, Shelby Little to the line. Shooting 2 shots also for Kansas City. Number 11, Micaiah Mullins. 2 shots.
And Micaiah Mullins will join them. So 3 subs for the Roos. First shot at the free throw line falls for Shelby Little.
It's like she only shoots 36% from the free throw line, but the first one went in.
And misses the second. Winslow the rebound. 26-18 Roos, 5:55 to play in the half. Driving shot, and she is fouled on her way in. That is Ravon Nero. She'll get some more free throws, and she's been perfect at the charity stripe tonight so far. So 2 shots for the Roos. First one falls. The Roos are still as a team perfect from the charity stripe here tonight. Second one falls.
100% tonight.
Been a great night shooting for the Roos from the charity stripe. In general, they had struggled there a little bit in previous outings. Not tonight. 28-18, Roos with the lead. And a great steal by Nero. Pass up to Stafford. She lays it. They're going to call a travel on her. Thought maybe they could give her the Euro step there, the one that Dwayne Wade made quite iconic with the Heat. I always tried to imitate in my backyard, never could. But they didn't. Gave her the travel. Bruins coming back the other way. Arnold pressing hard. But she'll pass it around. Looking around, just nothing there. Here's a three-point shot up and good. Miranda Hennings having a pretty good evening so far, and it's a 7-point Roos lead, 28-21. And good news for the Roos. Sinai St. Andre is at the scorer's table. Looks like she's going to be checking back in.
Talked about it over the period break, but exactly what the Bruins needed to happen has happened. They're playing aggressive, and it's paying off.
Nero there, though, responds with a 2-point jump shot to extend the lead back to 9 for Kansas City. And they're going to call her for a foul there. Pressed a little too much there, got a little too physical. And we are going to head to a media timeout with 4:35 remaining in the period. 30-21 Kansas City. Been a pretty back and forth quarter here. But to your point, this game could have gotten out of hand. The Bruins needed to, stay afloat in this period, and so far they have. But like we talked about, remember last time, the media timeout, it was even. After the media timeout, Roos go on an 11-0 run. Bruins got to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Well, hopefully it will. The rebounds starting to get just a little more even. It's now 18-11, but still a pretty good break.
Still a sizable Roos advantage.
Now, where the Bruins are beating the Roos is when it comes to three-point shooting. They are 4 of 9, whereas the Roos are 2 of 9. So they're shooting threes a little better than the Roos are. Not a whole lot, only 44.4% as opposed to 22.2.
And the funny thing is that shooting-wise from downtown looks to be pretty even tonight. Stafford's had a good night from downtown, and the Bruins, on the other hand, Miranda Hennings has really lit it up from behind the arc. But it's that interior paint presence, that 30-21 Roos lead. Those 9 points really come down to dominating inside.
It's what I always say when I watch basketball, is just, especially with the team that I most enjoy watching, which is the Tigers. I used to be a Mizzou student. Just go in, drive into the paint, and that's a problem that I have not seen tonight.
Look, if you got shooters, it's fine to shoot, but use your size, and the Roos have done a solid job of that tonight. So here come the Bruins. They'll inbound from out of bounds. They'll look around to get something going. They've done a good job to cut this to single digits, but the job is still not done. They've got a good three-point look here, and they bang that through. Keziah Terrell has just made this a 6-point game. Roos the other way, desperately needing an answer. They have been convincingly outplayed here in the second period. Drive, what are they going to call here? Charge or block? They call block. That's one of those that could go either way. You got to check if they're in the restricted area. You got to check if the feet are set. The refs ultimately come to the conclusion that it was a block, not a charge. So the Roos catch a break, are going to get 2 free throws. We'll see if they can remain perfect from the free throw line. Micaiah Mullins is heading there right now. Her first free throw is good.
100% on the season.
Someone you want at the line, I'd say.
I think so.
And her second shot is good, so she'll stay perfect. And the Roos will stay perfect from the charity stripe tonight. 32-24, Roos with an 8-point advantage. And Micaiah is playing great defense. Here's a floater up and in.
Cut back to 6.
Taylor Dement for the Bruins, doing a great job. 32-26. Feed down low, and that's just where size can't really do much for the Bruins, but a rare miss on that look. Back in transition, and a layup for the Bruins. Aisha Scott has made this a 4-point game, 32-28. Stafford tries a 3, off the mark, offensively rebounded, a big one. Andre goes in, puts up a shot, won't fall, another offensive rebound, put up and in. Micaiah Mullins, 2 offensive rebounds on the possession, and finishes it with a deuce.
Yeah, now that play was a little sloppy, but it ended up with points, and that's what really matters right now in a game this close.
Laura Jurek, missed a 3 there. Roos will come back the other way with it. Trying to close out this half strong. It has been a pretty back and forth game, I guess you could say. Both teams have gone on runs. Here's a 3-point shot in the corner. It's good.
Just under 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this
Ravon
quarter.
Nero with a triple. A big-time shot. Here come the Bruins the other way. And a foul as Dement took a layup. Tried to put one up. Couldn't get there, but it's Nye St. Andre with the foul. Will send her to the charity stripe.
And number 24, Zion Harrell. Number 4, Taylor. And then to the line. Coming in for the Bruins, number 20, Ashton Arnold. 2 shots.
First free throw is good for Dement. Both teams shot pretty well tonight from the free throw line.
Notable for Dement, she is 100% from the free throw line this season.
And she hits a second. Another notable thing about her is she'd only appeared in 3 of their 12 games prior to tonight. Interesting to see. I'd be interested to hear why she was inserted into the lineup tonight when she really hasn't seen much action this season. Roos lead 37-30 after the free throws were made. Stafford's going to try another 3. Off the mark. Rebound goes to the Bruins. And it's going to go to Kansas City after a couple of Bruins ran into each other and poked the ball out of bounds. They're having a laugh about it right now.
Kind of an unfortunate possession there for the Bruins, but at least they can smile and laugh about it.
You know, I wouldn't even call it a possession. They didn't even get time to get the ball. I mean, it was immediately out of bounds. Winslow down low, kicks out. Great ball movement here. Stafford looking to drive. She can't do anything. Finds a jump shot, rims out. Rebound goes to the Bruins, and they're getting pressed. Roos really being aggressive defensively here. Under a minute and a half to go in the half. Here's a deep 3, just a little off. Offensively rebounded and fouled on the play. That was a good job by Laura Jurick to get the foul, get the rebound to begin with.
21. Laura Jurick to the line. Shooting 2 shots.
And her first free throw is up and good.
Jurek is shooting 70% from the line. And tonight, 100.
That's just kind of been the way tonight's been going for both sides from the charity stripe. Really good shooting. 37-32, a minute 20 to play in the opening half. Roos are going to try and get a little bit of breathing room before the half. Not much going on this possession so far. They're kicking it around, but no good looks.
10 seconds remain on the play clock.
And here's a floater, no good. They're going to call a charge. Harrell, the charge will, and it'll go to the Bruins with 56.7 to play in the opening half.
Back in for Bellevue, number 0, Asia Scott.
And here come the Bruins trying to inbound this. Another full court press from the Roos. Stafford tipped it, but wasn't able to gain possession. They'll have another inbound here. 55.2. A few seconds came off the clock there. Excuse me, this will go to the Roos, actually. At first it appeared as if they were not giving the Roos the call, but the Roos inbound it. Stafford for 3. Just off. Winslow with an offensive board, doing what she does best. Roos have an opportunity to go 2 for 1 here, and they're going to try and do that. Missed in the corner, though, on a 3. That was Makai Mullins that missed the shot. Here come the Bruins. About an 8-second differential between shot and game. They missed their first shot from 3, but it's offensively rebounded. Arnold tries a 3 off the front iron. Another offensive rebound goes to the Bruins, and now there's about a 1-second differential between the shot and game clock. They can hold this for the last shot of the half. 9 seconds on the clock. Driving, falling. They're going to call a foul on the Roos. That was Scott who took it to the paint.
I can't say that possession was very favorable for Kansas City.
No, I mean, you give up 2 offensive rebounds.
Nothing really went well.
Can't happen. You can't allow 2 offensive rebounds. You can't give a team that many opportunities. They're going to score. They're going to make you pay. And now 2 opportunities from the free throw stripe here for Scott to make this potentially a 1-possession game. First one rims out, though. So it appears as if the Roos will go into the half with a double, or not a double, excuse me, but a 2-possession lead at least. Second free throw rims out. Wow. 2 unfavorable bounces for the free throws from Scott. Roos going to try and get some points here. Stafford at the buzzer. Oh. Just off the mark, and we have reached halftime, ladies and gentlemen. The Roos lead 37-32 over the Bruins. Zach, what are your overall impressions of the opening half?
Well, there was a very good about 4.5-minute stretch there for the Roos where they got up 11, I believe, and then everything else has been very even.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, they went on an 11-0 run to end the first quarter. Second quarter, really good job by the Bruins to strike back. We were talking about what can the Bruins do to get back in this game, and you said fight, get tough, and they did a great job of that in that second period. So, I mean, we've got a ball game on our hands, just a 5-point lead for the Roos at half, a game that you were talking about, and other people were probably thinking that the Roos should probably run away with this, but give the Bruins all the credit in the world. They are fighting.
They absolutely are. They knew what they had to do coming into this game, and they are doing it.
Well, we are going to take a break for the halftime. We will be back, though, for what should be an exciting second half here in about 10 minutes. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. All right, and we welcome you back here for the second half of Roos versus Bruins. 37-32 at the half. We're about to get the second half underway. I'm Jackson Ogden, joined alongside by Zach Gunter, and we are just about getting ready to go. The Bruins are going to inbound. They will have possession. And inbounded into the backcourt. Here we go. Second half action, third quarter underway.
Asia Scott currently holding the ball.
Here's a deep three. Good. It's Hennings. She's not afraid to pop that from anywhere. And it is a 2-point game. Wow.
Hennings was their leading scorer last half with 10 points in the half. That makes, I believe, 13.
She's also their most experienced player as being a grad student. St. Andre puts up a shot, but it's well off the mark, and here comes the Bruins with an opportunity to tie or potentially take the lead. Here's a wide open two, and it is hit. That is
quite
stud.
the entrance to the half that Kansas City won.
Yeah, and Jackson Durrett called the timeout immediately. That was that's just not the defense that you're looking for in that situation. You need the deep three, I think you can live with, but the wide open two coming off of a miss, unacceptable. So yeah, I mean we're tied up. We're literally not even a full minute into the period. Really, really good start for the Bruins, and you can kind of see them. They're very excited. They know they're big underdogs in this, but they're starting to believe. They're starting to really feel like they belong here and that they can win this game.
And that is dangerous.
Yeah, don't give a team belief. It's one of the most common sayings, you know. You ever play, the Chiefs are going to play the Texans on Sunday. Just get rid of them immediately, because the second you give them hope, it turns into a dangerous team.
It's exactly what happened against the Broncos on Sunday.
You're telling me. Go from 27-0 to 27-21 real quick. But if you're the Roos in this timeout right now, what are you going over? What are you saying? How do you fix this?
Defense, defense, defense. Sure, the offense can make this a game. The offense is what's going to make it pull away.
Yes.
But the problem is you can't let the Bruins get these shots.
Absolutely. And one of the most common sayings in basketball is defense turns into offense. Defense creates offense. And that's what the Bruins have done is, look, St. Andre misses a shot on one end. On the immediate, they get the rebound and immediately push it the other way and get a wide open two. That's defense turning straight into your offense. So we're going to see what the Roos have cooked up here in desperate need of an answer. Nothing yet.
All right, what did they draw up?
Getting ready to inbound it here. And here we go. St. Andre will take it up the court. You got to wonder about her lower leg. You remember she was kind of nursing that earlier. You got to wonder about what she's feeling right now. Stafford takes a good-looking shot, and it rims out, just out. Offensively rebounded, and it'll stay with the Roos. Got poked out. Couldn't quite tell who got the offensive board there. Ref was right in my line of vision, but nonetheless,
it's been happening to me all game.
We play on. We play on. You know what? They're just doing their job. Offensively, the Roos inbound the ball. St. Andre thought about popping up a three. Ended up not. Stafford loses it. Good job retaining it by the Roos, though. St. Andre tries to feed inside. Nice tip. And great defense by the Bruins. Nothing else you can really say. And here they come, trying to add more, trying to take the lead. Nice pass. Open look. She's going to drive. Loses it. stays with the Bruins. Went off of LaRue. These possessions for Kansas City, man, just not offensively what you want to see. They're not getting great looks, being pretty passive as well.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking.
Wide open three for Hennings, and like she's done all night, she buries it from downtown.
And the Bruins take back the lead.
Unbelievable. 40-37, Bruins lead. St. Andre pulls up a jumper and hits.
Maybe that's the spark they need.
Well, that's been St. Andre's money spot tonight, right inside the arc. She's hit a few of those jumpers now.
The only thing that can't really happen right now is you can't trade twos for threes.
Right, absolutely. Here's a miss by the Bruins, so the Roos, rather than trading twos for threes, they're going to get a stop, and now they're going to try and reclaim the lead, down one. Andre gives to Stafford. Stafford looking, goes inside, and she just kind of lost it, and it'll go to the Bruins, and they're going to call a foul against the Roos. And they're going to call it on Stafford. Don't know, it kind of looked like she tried to go up and under with a layup, but just completely lost control of the ball whenever she went to go up. And Bruins were there to pick it up, take care of it.
Just doesn't really seem like anything's working out for Kansas City right now.
It just, I'll tell you what it is, Zach, is it just feels like they're searching for an identity. They just don't have one. There's nothing they're doing particularly effective. Here's a drive, spin, miss. And I'm not sure what the call is. And they're going to call foul there. I really don't. Offensive foul, there we go. I was about to say, I didn't see a defensive foul there. Here come the Roos. They get back-to-back stops. Pass out to Murphy. She's been timid tonight. Passes inside and fouled. And that's kind of the identity you want. Excuse me. If you're the Roos, that'll be Smith. UGAS going to the line.
Shooting 7.69 on the season.
Roos have been perfect from the charity stripe so far this evening. We'll see if that can continue here. First shot's good. We're all knotted up at 40. See if she can give the Roos the lead. And she does. And the Roos from the charity stripe tonight. If the Roos end up winning tonight, that's going to be one of the biggest reasons why. They have been dominant from the free throw stripe.
Albeit by only 1 point, the Roos take back the lead.
Another deep three. This time it will not fall for Hennings. She was feeling it. Murphy with it. She's trapped. She's able to get it out to St. Andre. St. Andre's pushing. Looking. Shoots a jumper. It's good. Sinai St. Andre. Another 2-point jump shot. And the Roos take a 3-point advantage. And Micaiah Mullins will get an off-ball foul. So the Bruins will inbound with 21 on the shot clock. Danny Winslow is checking in for Kansas City. She will replace Micaiah Mullins. Ooh, Stafford goes for the steals, not able to get it. Got to hustle back now. Nice backdoor find, but a block from behind from St. Andre. Great hustle by her. She was beat a little bit on the pass, but she didn't give up on it and was able to get a block. Dangerously close to a 5-second for the Bruins. Stafford goes tumbling to the ground. Jumper for the Bruins is no good. They get the offensive rebound. It's poked away. It will stay with the Bruins. It went off of a Rue.
Now you got to wonder just how much Stafford's leg is bothering her.
Yeah, I mean, after that fall, I mean, earlier it was St. Andre that leg was hurting. And, we'll see as we go on. But, yeah, Stafford took a tumble there. And there's a good look, but a miss. Roos will come the other way, and they will take that. Down low. UGAS looking, swarmed, gets it out. Murphy cross court to Stafford. She drives and is blocked, but a foul. And the Bruins think that's questionable, to say the least. They were not very happy with that foul call. But
Little upset over on that bench.
yeah, and, it did look a little clean from my angle. There's definitely a little bit of contact, but that's just natural in basketball. But refs saw it a different way, and that's good for the Roos because Stafford, one of their premier shooters, is going to go to the free throw stripe. And checking in for Kansas City, actually, number 44, Trinity Moreland, her first appearance in today's game. First free throw's good. Kansas City, man. 3 guarantees in life tonight. Death, taxes, and the Roos hitting a free throw. Her second is good.
Steve's perfect on the night.
Yeah, I know everybody was waiting for the announcer jinx there. It's not coming. Here comes the Bruins. Can they respond after taking that lead? They have been in some sort of funks offensively. 45-40 Roos. And she had stepped out of bounds. This is going to – oh, no, excuse me, a foul. Trinity Moreland, who had just checked into the ballgame, is going to get called for it. Don't think that she really thought she did much, but regardless. They will inbound dangerously. Arnold is able to hunt it down. Oh.
And that's out.
A really good move, but she's just not able to keep control of the ball. But a really nice move if she was able to keep control of that. That was Dement. Had St. Andre going the wrong direction. But the Roos will take it. They've honed in defensively now, and they're going to try and expand this lead a little more. Stafford's looking. She passes to Winslow. Good motion, good movement here. St. Andre shoots one up, can't get it to fall. This will stay with Kansas City. Last touch by the Bruins. .5:26 to play in the third. Murphy will receive the inbound and shoot, and she's just off. Oh, man. St. Andre went up for that board, couldn't quite get it. Probably the smallest person in the pile, but she almost had it. Here's a three-point jumper just off the mark for the Bruins, rebounded by Moreland.
I think that miss was entirely credited to St. Andre right there.
St. Andre puts it up, not able to fall. Danny Winslow gets the board, tries to kick it out, and Stafford's going to be there to save the possession. Stafford lays it up and in! And one. She's going to go to the charity stripe to try and convert a three-point play. A really, really good drive. And we have a media timeout to the Roos. They got battle tested, they got behind, but now they're up 7, 47-40, with an opportunity to make it 8, 48-40 if Stafford's able to go to the line and hit this free throw to complete the and one.
I'll tell you what, right now, Bruins head coach Dave Denley is not looking very happy.
They had an opportunity. They took a lead. I believe it was a 3-point lead. They were up 40-37. Since then, they've been outscored 10-0. And it kind of goes back to runs. We were talking about runs earlier in the game. And, the Roos were on an 11-0 run earlier. If at least Stafford's able to make this free throw, guess what? It's another 11-0 run. It's just, you can't allow that to happen. That's combined 22-0 in 2 different instances. Without those, the Bruins have been darn good tonight.
Absolutely. And I got to worry about if the Roos step off the gas again.
The Roos, I know Coach Jackson Durrett, I know her personality. If any of them begin to step off the gas, she is an enforcer. She's not going to play around very long. Not very laid back when it comes to that. And, that can be a good and can be a bad thing, but that's just the way she is. .457 to go in the third quarter. Opportunity for the Roos to try and distance themselves before the final period.
Looking at Miranda Henning's current points on the night, you're looking at 16 from her alone.
How many threes? I mean, gosh, Lee, she has been dynamite from behind the arc.
4 of 6.
4 of 6. That is You don't even hear that type of shooting in men's college basketball. Like, that is nuts from behind the arc.
Now, after that, it dropped from 16-4 from Aisha Scott. So, but I mean, you're talking almost a third of the points coming from.
Yeah. She's had the sweet stroke, man. I mean, that's what you do. So Stafford will try and keep the Roos perfect from the line here tonight and extend the run to 11-0. Her free throw is up and good. 11-0 run for the second different time tonight by Kansas City. And now the Bruins in desperate need of a bucket on this possession. Roos playing some pretty solid defense here, and Ava Murphy steps in front of that pass, knocks it out of bounds. There's going to be 9 on the shot clock for the Bruins, so they've got to pay attention to that. They do get it inbounded. They've got to get something going. 5 on the shot clock. Step back 3 off the mark. Oh, St. Andre nearly lost the rebound, but she's able to corral it. Gets tipped behind. Danny Winslow's there to save it. Bruins wanted a back and forth. Thought that she went back and forth behind the half-court line, but the ref says it was tipped. Stafford jumper off the mark. They're going to call it over the back on Danny Winslow here. Going for that rebound, a little aggressive.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And here come the Bruins in desperate need of points. There's a nice move, and there's a nice up and under by Keziah Terrell to end the run. A desperately needed bucket.
Absolutely required for them.
Murphy gets a nice pass to Stafford. She pumps. Passes out, Andre for 3. Off the mark, Winslow will offensively rebound it. Big offensive rebound to give the Roos another opportunity here. Pass, Stafford, corner 3, short, missed everything. Rebound goes to the Bruins. Three-point shot for the Bruins. Isn't able to fall. Danny Winslow adds to her rebound total tonight. Here comes the Roos. St. Andre's trying to get an offense set up here.
Looks like that was the 6th rebound for Winslow tonight.
She crashes the glass, man. Here's a floater by St. Andre. It will not fall. Rebound goes to the Bruins, and they're trying to push the pace. Here's a deep three-point shot, no good. And St. Andre with one of the most impressive hustle plays of the night to prevent the offensive rebound. She's going to push it herself, forces a shot, though, no good. But Winslow's there. Murphy shoots a jumper. Off the mark, Moreland is going to get in a jump ball. Man, just bodies flying all over the place for the Roos and the Bruins here. Can't even catch my breath with how much action's going on over here, Zach.
That was a absolutely crazy series right there. I mean, St. Andre just came out of nowhere.
Oh, my goodness. I was getting ready to say an offensive rebound, and in the blink of an eye, she was there to get the defensive rebound. Moreland's fouled down low. And that will send her to the line for a 1-and-1. Or excuse me, it will send her to the line for 2. In another difference between women's and men's college basketball is their first free throw is good. One of the big differences is there is no double bonus in women's compared to men's college basketball. So every time you're in the bonus, you get 2 shots, and she hits both.
Stayed perfect on the night.
The free
throw was 800 on the season.
The free throws, they've become unconscious from the free throw stripe tonight. There's a drive and a block by Winslow. Moreland with a block, what they call a foul. That will send the Bruins to the line. Shelby Little will get the shots. Moreland's going to come off after some pretty effective minutes for the Roos. First free throw is off the mark, a little strong for Little. Her second free throw, and that's just killer to miss both. Winslow, with what feels like her 5th rebound in a minute. She's able to corral it, gives it up to St. Andre. And St. Andre will pass to Stafford. Trying to find something here. Good ball movement around the wing. St. Andre might just shoot this. She's going to feed her big down low. Winslow's looking. Bad pass, stolen by the Bruins. Stolen back by Stafford, and she finishes.
Wow!
Nice job by Elise Stafford to get that possession back for the Roos. A veteran play. With 1:35 to play in the third, the Roos extend the lead to 10. Little stumble there from the Bruins as they're not able to get anything there. Roos with the ball. St. Andre is going to come up the court as we approach the minute mark in this quarter. Roos started the third quarter on a pretty slow note, but have ended it on a very, very impressive run so far. Murphy cross court to St. Andre. 5 on the shot clock. St. Andre puts up a floater, no good. Winslow, the rebound, she puts it up and good.
Wow.
I don't know how that went in. Looked like she shot that sideways.
I'm sorry for all the things that I'm saying. It's just wow.
Yeah,
like, what else can I say?
That was a odd shot to say the least, but it falls. Great job by Danny. Now a foul on St. Andre. And that'll put the Bruins into the bonus, so they will get 2 free throws here with 40.6 to play. A group substitution. There was 5 Bruins at the scorer's table to come in. Obviously, only 4 are going to be able to come in because Dement is going to go to the free throw line to take these shots. A 12-point Roo lead at this point. And the free throw stripe has not been as kind to the Bruins as it has to the Roos tonight. We'll see if that changes here. First shot is good. Trying to make it a 10-point game here. And she will. And she'll sub out here. She'll sub out for Scott. 54-44, 40.6 to play. Roos with the possession. Really not any chance for 2 for 1 here, so we'll just look to get the best shot. St. Andre passes to Murphy. We've given Murphy a few good looks. She's decided to pass on.
One thing I've noticed is that Murphy has been in for, I believe, the entire
She's been in a long time as Roos missed a shot, but Winslow's there to get the board. Bad pass.
Way too strong on the pass.
Murphy went to save it, wasn't able to. So 11.2 to play in the quarter. The Bruins are going to try and get one last shot here to cut it to a single-digit deficit entering the 4th and final quarter. And here we go. Got under 10 to play. They're looking to get something going. They're going to drive to the paint. Looking, step back jumper. Falls for Scott. Clock's running. Andre's going to lift one. I don't think she got it off. It wasn't good anyway. And that will conclude the third quarter of play. 54-46. Roos lead after 3. And it's looking like this is going to be a pretty tight fourth quarter, Zach.
Yes, it is. The biggest note of this game is free throw shooting.
Yes.
The Roos are 15 of 15, whereas the Bruins are 7 of 12.
And 7 of 12 isn't terrible from the charity stripe, but when a team's going 15 for 15, you've really got to try and match everything you can. It's tough. It is. The Bruins have been in this game. They've done a lot of good things, but they've also shot themselves in the foot a few times, allowing 2 11-0 runs by the Roos, and also missing 5 free throws like you mentioned.
I think another major story is rebounding, where the Roos have 41 rebounds, and The Bruins have 14 less at 27. So I know that I keep beating a dead horse with that rebound stuff, but it's just
No, you're not beating a dead horse. No, I mean, you're right. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you are right. So in this final quarter, you've obviously mentioned rebounds, and we've talked about it a lot. We've mentioned free throw shooting. What else does this quarter and this game come down to for each side?
3-point shooting. The Roos are only 3 of 17 from the 3-point line, and the Bruins are 7 of 21. So while 7 of 21 still isn't great, they're doing better than the Roos are. They are
hitting 7 threes in 3 quarters is pretty good.
7 threes of 21 attempts. So I mean, that's only a 33.3%.
You can't score them if you don't shoot them.
That's true.
At the end of the day, you gotta shoot some to make some. And as Kobe would love to say, miss one, shoot it again. Just keep shooting. Well, what's the famous J.R. Smith quote? I'd rather go 0 for 50 than 0 for 13, because 0 for 13 meant I stopped shooting. Just funny philosophies like that, but it's true, to a degree. Can't lose the confidence. And look, the Bruins are going to need to hit some threes from downtown in this quarter if they want to win this one.
Yeah, being down 8. I mean, it's not an insurmountable deficit if they don't, but still, they've got 10 minutes to. They've got 10 minutes to come back from this.
And the Roos will start with the ball. Excuse me, the Bruins. And here we go, Bruins inbound. Scott's going to dribble this up. Just calling for some movement. Pass down low to Arnold, trying to post up. Nothing there. Great defense by Stafford. And a steal by Stafford. Here comes a fast break. Stafford on the move is fouled.
Stafford knew exactly where that ball was going.
Scott will be called for the foul there. So Stafford will get 2 shots here. And I like that she pushed the pace there in transition. Even though she was outnumbered, she didn't slow down. She just kept going as her first free throw is good. Some people, and sometimes it's the right thing to do when you're outnumbered in transition, but I just like how she was aggressive and forced that foul. Second free throw is good. 17-17 from the line tonight. Unbelievable free throw shooting. That's one thing Coach Jackson Durrett has to be pleased with. 56-46. Bruins in put up or shut up time here. Nice find, but tipped out by Ewell, and it'll come back to the Bruins. They'll have to inbound with 18 on the shot clock. Scott, step back, rims out, offensively rebounded by the Bruins. That's Faith Ross, and then here's a 3-point shot by Arnold. Banks it in. Wow. It is 8:34. I'm pretty sure the bank's closed, but don't tell Arnold that, because hitting it from way downtown with the bank. And now the Roos, can they respond? Murphy to Stafford. Stafford pumps. St. Andre's looking around. Winslow looking not much for the Roos here. Stafford takes a tough shot off the mark, rebounded by the Bruins. That's Faith Ross.
That was a great defensive series for the Bruins right there.
And they turn it straight into offense as Arnold pushes the pace and is fouled going up. She'll head to the free throw line for 2. And wasting no time is Coach Jackson Durrett getting in a sub. That's Zaire Harrell. She's going to take the spot of Sanaya St. Andre, try and get Sanaya some rest before this final stretch. First free throw is a little long for Arnold. We talk about it. Those are the points that you can't give up. You can't lose those types of points. Her second free throw is good. 56-50. Ruse clinging on to an advantage, but 8:30 to go. A lot can happen. Just nobody really getting any separation for Kansas City. Enzo's looking. He's just passing around the wing. Not much really going on.
Yeah,
Shot
they got
clock's
to
down to
start
5.
driving into the paint.
And it's a turnover, a poor possession for the Ruse.
That's 2 in a row for the Ruse.
And Bruins give them credit, locked up defensively.
They're saving their best for
That's
last,
inside for
honestly.
Arnold, it's good. And it's a 4-point game. The Bruins keep coming back. If you're Coach Jackson Durrett here, I think you could consider calling a timeout, regrouping, but you would also like to keep those timeouts for the end of the game. Where being a coach takes some tough decisions. But this offense is just not moving. And a steal, a turnover, bad pass, transition, and up and in.
It's a 2-point game.
It's a 2-point game, and I think if you're Jackson Durrett, I think you're left with no choice. I call timeout here. I regroup my players. I get the 5 on the floor I trust the most, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So the Ruse with a timeout.
What do the Ruse need to do here? They need to breathe.
Yeah.
They're getting way too caught up in themselves, and they need to just relax, shoot the ball, win the game.
Well, offensively, they're not getting any sort of looks. There's been huge adjustments by the Bruins, because they have completely shut off the interior, the paint. And how has that happened? That's happened because they know they can't line up man-to-man. They're not big enough. So they've switched into this zone where they are completely allowing the three-point shot, but completely cutting off anything inside in the interior. And it has worked fairly well to this point.
December 29th at 7 p.m.
Aisha Scott, Nash, and Arnold have both doubled their point totals for the night, going from 4 to 8 each.
It's going to be a tight one. I mean, 7:09 to play, it's a lot of time. The Ruse are down to 2 timeouts left. That's why Jackson Durrett really didn't want to call that timeout, but at some point you have to.
I mean, everything's out of sorts right now.
Yes,
So
yeah, you've got to get back into it. All right, and we're back here. Time to get to the nitty-gritty of this game. I mean, it is tight, 56-54. It's been a game of runs. And it's going to come down to whoever has the final run at this point. Here come the Ruse. Nice cross-court pass. Stafford looking around. Bad pass is going to be tipped out of bounds and stay with the Ruse. Very fortunate of that. 9 on the shot clock. Ruse looking to get anything here. It's just been quiet so far this quarter. Floater's up and good. Wow.
Not sure how that went in, but
That was
glad it did.
vein narrow, and a much-needed basket for the Roos is in. Here come the Bruins. Can they continue some of this positive momentum? Not there. A bad pass turnover. Just a little bit of miscommunication, and that is going to lead to the Roos gaining possession up at 58-54 with 6.5 minutes to play. I tell you, Ravon Nero has been a really key piece for the Roos tonight. She's done an outstanding job in her role. She's going to take a three here, and she hits it.
I mean, you can't overstate just how much Ravon Nero has done in this game, averaging 7.7 points over the season, and now has 16 tonight.
And she's been great on the defensive end as well. She's just been a really, really nice piece for them as we have a jump ball here that'll go to Kansas City. But yeah, I mean, to your point, I mean, she's well above her season average tonight. It's just one of those games she's hitting. Even those crazy floaters were falling. You know, she's been a really key contributor for the Roos tonight. And she'll take it up here after the turnover, or after the jump ball, I should say. Roos up 61-54. Can they go on one final run and close out the Bruins? That's going to be the goal here. Bad errant pass will go to the Bruins. And few Bruins players kind of slow to get up after they went tumbling there, but everybody seems to be all right. And the Bruins, with 5:54 in this game, are going to try and claw their way back. Great defense from Kansas City here, not letting anything through. And that's a tip by Ewell that will stay with the Bruins, 12 on the shot clock. They're able to get that inbounded. Looking around. There's going to be a deep three for the Bruins, just off the mark, and a foul on Kansas City. They were scrambling for the rebound, and Jocelyn Ewell was unable to keep her hands from grabbing, and it'll stay with the Bruins. 20 on the shot clock, a new shot clock. Here's a wide open jumper that is airballed. Danny Winslow with the rebound. A really big missed opportunity there for the Bruins.
I mean, that ball just fell straight into Winslow's hands.
It was just a big missed opportunity because that's a great look for the Bruins. Now Kansas City, can they make them pay? Danny needs to drive here. If she just doesn't see it, she misses. She gets it back, passing it around. Kind of an odd possession. And Nero is just having one of those nights. Nero is just cooking from the field. It's 63-54 Roos. We're under 5 minutes to play. It's getting to desperation time for the Bruins.
Let Nero cook.
There's a fadeaway shot, no good, rebounded by Stafford. And the Roos are playing some of their best defense of the night when it matters the most here. Here's a jumper off the mark by Ewell, but Winslow keeps the possession for the Roos. Nero, oh my gosh.
Pretty much the exact same shot right there.
Look at her face. She's even smiling.
She's happy.
This is a heat check. This is one of those nights for her. 65-54 Roos lead. 4:15 to play. I mean, it's been a game of runs for both sides, but it feels like time is really running out on the Bruins to do anything here tonight.
Look at this. Ravon Nero is now the points leader for the Roos tonight.
And how many does she have, Zach?
20.
20. Unbelievable. It's been the last few possessions, she's just gone down the court and hit some jumpers, doing all the little things right. But I don't think it can be understated how the Roos defensively have really locked in out of that previous timeout and done a great job. And that's really translated into the offense. You know, eventually shots will fall, You have to just rely on that eventually you're going to hit shots. You can't control having a tough shooting night. What you can control is giving a great defensive effort and really honing in and making life difficult on your opponent. And the Roos have done that pretty well here in the last few minutes.
Absolutely. On the last possession, the Roos defense was absolutely locked down.
So now the Bruins,
looking pretty
there's a
similar
steal.
again. Yep, there we
Stafford, let's see if she pushes this. She will. Layup, woo! Up and under. A pretty layup from Elise Stafford. 67-54 Roos. That was a big-time play. And again, defense leading to offense for Kansas City.
It almost happened again right there. There was nearly another steal by Elise Stafford.
Bruins looking for anything here, needing to stop the bleeding now or never. Tipped out, that's going to go to Kansas City. Danny Winslow got her hands active, and it went off of a Bruin. And 3.5 minutes to play. It's getting to desperation time for the Bruins. Here comes Sinai St. Andre. She was resting for a bit of the quarter, but she's back here for that final stretch. Pass to Stafford. Cross-court it. Naro's been on a hot streak. Let's see if she can continue. That one will go off the side of the backboard. She probably should have taken the first shot. Here comes transition layup miss. Danny Winslow, the rebound, up the court to Stafford. She's got nobody in front of her. She will lay it in, and the Roos have their biggest lead of the night, up 69-54 with under 3 to play. They have really, really done a great job because remember, this game was at 56-54.
Yeah. I mean, that's a 13-point run right
there. A 13-0 run. Here's a jumper, no good. The bleeding just will not stop. Nero with the rebound, Sinai St. Andre. And now if you're the Roos, the clock is more important than scoring at this point. You're just trying to bleed clock, get deep in the shot clock, and get a good look.
I mean, exactly what we were talking about between the third and fourth quarter was the Bruins were confident.
Yes.
And now all that confidence is gone.
Stafford misses a 3. Winslow, the offensive rebound, but she can't convert. Here come the Bruins in desperate need of a bucket of any sorts. They're going to try for a 3, well short. And on the rebound, Sinai St. Andre is fouled. And it just does not look like the Bruins are going to have quite enough tonight to pull off what would have been an impressive upset. 2:08 to play. There has been an 11-0 run, another 11-0 run, and now a 13-0 run that's still not over by the Roos. That's been the difference. Just when they get going, the Bruins have had no answer. Here's Stafford. Oh, awkward layup, and it's a charge.
Bruins bench is very happy about that.
Minute 50 to play. And I got to say, I'm a little bit surprised to not see Hennings on the floor right now, their best three-point shooter of the night. Surprised that she is not really being able to see the floor here when they're in desperate need of three-pointers. The drive and a foul. That was Dement to the paint. With a minute 38, she will go to the free throw line.
Number 4, Taylor Dement. To the line, shooting 2 shots.
Desperately needing both of these. First one is good, rims in, so the run is over at 13-0. This kind of sounds crazy. Would you even, I was going to say, would you even think to intentionally miss and get the rebound here, but it's probably too early for that. 69-56. Roos lead, a minute 38.
That means Dement actually stays perfect on the season for her free throws.
The Bruins are pressing. St. Andre cross court to Stafford. To Nero. Puts up a layup. It's good. And the foul. just have a night. Just anything that could go right for her is going right tonight. And you know what? Good for her. It's great to have one of those nights.
Absolutely. You can't. I mean, it's such a great night for her.
So she'll get a chance to complete the and one, and she will. Roos are still perfect from the charity stripe. It's 72-56, a minute 30 to play. And this one has really been basically put away by the Roos, barring the impossible. Here's a three-point shot for the Bruins, off the mark. Rebound goes to Kansas City. It's a nice
Minute 15 left in the game.
Bad pass. Just a bad force there, stolen. Layup missed.
And rebounded
by Danny Winslow. Wow. Drew's fortunate there. They did make a bad pass that should have been a transition bucket, as we are under a minute to play here. Bruins are going to press a little bit, but at this point it's all for naught, as Kansas City is going to end the losing streak and pick up their 4th win of the season here. A big 4th win of the season at home in a game that was not easy. St. Andre's floater no good. Rebound by the Bruins. Trying to take it coast to coast. That'll get tipped out by Danny Winslow. 34.7 to play. Bruins ball. 24 on the shot clock. 72-56. Battle for the ball. Winslow steals it. Great job by her. Battle for the ball. Now foul. Nero gets fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Try and add 2 more to her nightly total.
The key to this game was the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter was just the breakout for the Roos.
Well, it gets to 56-54, right? And then the Roos call a timeout, and immediately after go on a 13-0 run. That really is all you needed to know. They went on a 16-2 run. Winslow goes up. It's good. It's an 18-2 run now. It completely put away any doubt in this game. The Roos played their best basketball in the most important stretch of the game. Here's a jumper by Dement.
No more shot clock needed.
Yeah, they're just going to dribble this out. All St. Andre has to do is pass half court, which she will. And the Roos are going to pick up a very big and impressive 74-58 home win to move to 4-7 on the season before they head into conference play. It wasn't always easy, but the Roos dug deep in that fourth quarter and got it done.
Yeah, I mean, Ravon Nero had, I believe, the best game of her season.
Probably her career. I mean, it felt like anything she shot went in tonight. Just great stuff from her. The rebounds were great. Danny Winslow controlled the glass, really had a dominant fourth quarter. Ava Murphy didn't really get in the scoring column, but she played the majority of the game.
Ava Murphy, I believe, had 20 minutes 20 minutes in the game and 21 minutes and was 0 for 2 from the field.
Yeah, but she was on the court a long time. I mean, she was a large portion of that game. She was on the court, and she was a key contributor. A lot of key contributors for the Roos tonight. It was a very balanced game, but that third quarter being the difference. They outscored the Bruins 20-12. A big time fourth quarter out of the Roos. And shout out to the Bruins, who put together a really valiant effort as big underdogs here tonight.
Yeah, that was an impressive showing by them. But I just pulled up the rebound stats. Danny Winslow had 16 rebounds.
And I remember when I first asked you that, and it wasn't too long ago. She had 6.
Yeah.
She got like 10 in the span of 7-8 minutes. Like, it was some impressive stuff, but like we said coming in, the lack of size for the Bruins was going to be tough to overcome, and they, unfortunately for them, were not able to make up for that. Kansas City uses their size to get into the win column. Well, it was fun, partner.
It was.
It was a great game. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Great pleasure to be able to bring you these games. Make sure you tune in on Monday for the conference opener for men's basketball. They're taking on the reigning Summit League champ South Dakota State Jackrabbits. And then make sure you also tune in next Wednesday, as the men will be back in action as well. Thank you all for tuning in, and for not for Jackson Ogden, that'd be me. But we are signing off, and we will see you guys later. Appreciate everybody tuning in.